Hello, this is Beta A Ben for Pixel Spank, and today I'm playing The Mask, based on the hit film, The Mask. It's a Super NES game, and this is how The Mask starts, if you're not aware. That is a gift from Loki, the god of mischief. They couldn't afford the likeness of Jim Carrey, so they have it POV there. That's a clever way of getting around it. Not much going on there, is it, for a title screen? So this is level select, I'm assuming. No. I think it was just telling you where you are. We're in Stanley's apartment. Stanley Ipkiss, that's his name. Alright, let's test the buttons. Jump. Jump pretty high, I like that. Boxing glove, okay. Oh. I did an uppercut there, but I don't know how. That's a stylish duck. Okay, oh, that's using up some kind of arbitrary number down the bottom left there. And so does that, okay. So we've got 3 kinds of attack, and 2 of them use up special meter. Is that somewhere I can go? I can't run, but my god, can he strut. That is a strut, isn't it? So far, the only slightly disappointing thing is the fact that they can't animate him with a brighter colour palette. That's it. Kill this jive turkey. Is that racist? No, I don't think so. Doesn't mean it isn't. Oh shit, I just learned how to run. This game has a run button. Jesus Christ. And it's the right shoulder button. That's weird. Also, look at the way he runs. Oh, fuck you too. Alright, that's an enemy that we can't beat. Oh, jump out the window. That's the key. Initially, I thought these levels were non-linear in nature, but I'm actually thinking that they're secretly linear, and it just slightly feels like they aren't, although I can't get up there. Can't double jump. Sweet, more M power. Ah, yeah. Fuck that. Alright. I don't know what my health is. Ah, actually no, I think I do. I reckon that up there with the mask, that number 3 is the number of lives I've got, and then the one below it is health. You see, in the film, Stanley hates his alarm clock, and as such, it is an enemy here. It's the guy waking up and shoots you. Okay, you can't do anything with him. Fortunately, when he's off screen, he ceases to be. Alright, screw you. I do wonder what happens if I run out of M power, because I haven't excessively used it, except for at the start when I used loads of it. This guy's trying to kill me, he's got a knife. That's not fair, is it? Ah, the vent. I think you can go into the vents, yeah. I was going to say, that's a shitty place to take you to. There's nothing, but there's something on the left. I have strong memories of enjoying this game. I believe I rented it once as a child. And on top of that, I do not recall ever getting past this first level. The vent. Can you go in the vent? There it is. There's quite a lot going on, isn't there? It's pretty well animated. They didn't have a lot to work with. I think this came before... Obviously it came after the film. I think this is a boss fight. Or he can't... What? Alright. Just rip that off. Wow. Start of the level. That is harsh. Is this the start of the level? I think so. Let's go away, I didn't go. Yeah, I think it's based on the film. There was a cartoon series, which I remember. But I'm pretty sure that came quite a bit later. And was in that weird era of having children's cartoons series based off non-children's films. How do I leave this space? Ah, there it is. You can super jump if you hold up and jump. That's a game changer, isn't it? Not sure how entirely, but the game has been changed. So I've got to run through the whole level again. That's harsh. And the enemies seem to know when I'm coming this time. Now that I can super jump though, that's... Oh, that costs power to do that. Great. They got made quite a fun game here, but giving you weird and entirely unnecessary limitations on all of your fairly fun abilities, it's questionable. I can understand doing it for like some of the attacks. Right, is this actually a boss I have to fight? I reckon so. Right, let's use up all of my power doing this to start with. There we go. Okay, so I killed him. I now realise that that wasn't necessary. I just collected my hat. I don't know what that did though. Is it a checkpoint? Oh, good. We found an area. Jump there. All right. Yeah. So presumably this is all based off the film, which it was a good film, but does it have enough to like content to sustain an entire game? I mean, we're gonna find out, obviously. Is Cameron Diaz going to be in this? Who knows? Maybe. Clocks are the hardest thing to fight. They've got such a tiny hitbox that none of his attacks really hit them. Or at least this punching attack doesn't, the most useful of his attacks. My health maxed at 500. I'm so turned around now. I'm hoping there's no like labyrinth style paths that lead back on themselves, because otherwise I'll get entirely lost. As long as it's one linear path, I'm going to be alright. Ah, event. I thought the things you could interact with were meant to sparkle, but I don't think that's the case. I think if you hover around them long enough they will, but not always. Yeah. Fuck me. That one just came out goose stepping. Is that acceptable? That iconography would be termed problematic in this day and age. Ah. I feel like this lock, there's something I can do with it. Oh. We just overlapped and there was nothing we could do to each other. That was weird. They've got way too much health. But you stun lock them and nothing happens, but it's odd. Oh, we're back up here now. Been all over the goddamn shop. I'm very turned around. Fuck you. Alright, he's killed himself. Oh Christ. Trouble is that like fuck off. The that spin attack, it's useful. I think it does nobble damage though. I think it's good for just hitting anything because you're invincible when you use it, I think, but doesn't do much damage. The hammer seems to do a lot of damage. It's quite hard to aim, bit slow. Right, what happens if I just break through this? Was there any need to that? There wasn't, but it was... Ooh. Did I come this way? No. I thought this was where I was bouncing on that awning. That's what you call it. Fuck hell. Ah, I've just realised as well, something that lends evidence to my idea that they don't have the rights to the likeness of Jim Carrey. The mask hasn't said anything yet. Like, they could easily have him saying, you know, his catchphrase, smoking, or somebody stop me, but he hasn't yet. Oh, this seems like the end of a level, sort of a boss fight. Stun, just run away. Can she turn? Oh, she can turn around. Right. There we go. This is a really weird fight. I'm trying to stun lock her somewhere, but I can't. Now, where will it checkpoint me? Christ. There seems to be no logic to this. Actually, no. This is where I gained his hat. His hat, which he's not wearing. Why isn't he wearing his hat? So now you have to go through the whole level again, but there's no more. I've got all the pickups, so it becomes infinitely harder because you can't kill enemies. Well, no, sorry, you can kill enemies, but they either they respawn or you can't kill some of them. I'm now realizing why I never like saw more than this level when I rented this as a child. I've also got strong memories of that woman with the gun that's coming back to me. I think it's the landlady. I reckon I've got quite a ways to go. Can I beat my way out? No. This is weird. Like, you can't interact with this at all. It actually cuts off the animations, which nothing else has done so far. Like, this, oh no, that one does it as well. It's not weird then. It's completely normal. Oh, I haven't been turned around, have I? I feel like I've been turned around. Oh no, I remember this now. This is good. This is where I killed a lot of those goose-stepping gentlemen. I didn't go this way before. Ah, a secret. What have we in here? The mask. I got an extra life. Let's see, I needed that. Could have used health more. Extra lives aren't that useful in this because the checkpoints are so harsh that if you lose a life, you might as well be starting over. Did I just take damage? I genuinely just took full damage, didn't I? There's a checkpoint there. I want it. I came in through this way. There's no way I can get to it. It must be after this boss fight. Which implies this level has more to it. Not only do you have to fight her, you also have to like deal with the little alarm clock that's there. I've got nothing when I run out of power, but I reckon she might die first. She is just an old bat after all. Come on. Oh, that actually did work. I have 13 left on the clock. 13 something, I don't know. Oh good, so we've done the apartment block level, and now we're going over to a different apartment block level, it looks like. Maybe it's the bank. They're clear. Oh no, it's outside. Okay, that's a bit better. I was thinking maybe they're saving the... what's the club? It's not the Copacabana. Is it the Cocamonga? Is that it? Something like that? Oh, yeah, just typical New Yorkers. Was it set in New York? I'm pretty sure it was. Alright. Fuck you all. Just chucking their garbage out the window. Alright, just man on pipe. Beat the shit out of me. Fuck off. Are these homeless men? Are they... Actually, they look a bit like... Not quite pipes, but those things you use for picking up rubbish. Like, just like a claw on the end of a stick. That's just a clown. That's just an enemy from Batman. What's that doing here? Oh, we've made a construction site. So my theory is that the other levels have to be the club. That's got to be the climax. There'll be a level in the park because he has to shoot out with the cops in front of the park. Might be a level in a bank based purely on the fact that he works in a bank. And I think the first thing he does is he robs a bank. What can we do with this? Great. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's new. There was a... Alright, so that was just a fall to death. There's an infinite hole in town. And on top of that, it loses you a whole life, not just an amount of health. This is one of those games, I suspect the developers were like quite happy with it. And then like they ran out of budget and it's like, well, we've only made 4 levels. How can we extend the life of it? And they just thought like, okay, we're going to put in some ridiculous things. Like you have an arbitrary amount of health. Enemies aren't that easy to fight. And fucking respawns are bullshit. Well, they just... It's somehow worse than it being the start of the level. It's like more outrageous that it kind of makes it feel like you're not starting the level over, but essentially you are. No, that's what it is. It's because you have to do not just the whole bit of level again, but you don't get any of the pickups and collectibles, so it becomes harder each time. It's a Dark Souls style mechanic. Platforming is not great. Oh, that's a checkpoint though. He can jump pretty far, and the super jump is like, you know, really saves the day. It's Spike. That's our dog. No, the dog's name is Milo. What? Why is... He looks like an enemy though. I don't want to fight him. Also, canonically, how can he be wearing the mask when we're wearing the mask? I don't think that enemy's dead, but I can't see him, so he'll have to be. Ah, just realised that there's a vent here, isn't there? Take me home. Why are you back here? You thematically made sense in the apartment level, but out here you don't. And they have more health. I'm sure it was a one-hit kill with the hammer before. The enemies level up, but we don't. Bit harsh, isn't it? There's an invisible wall here. I can't walk forward. Like, it's not... I can jump over it, but there's a very slight drop off there, and you can't see it, but it exists. That's shoddy. Sorry for that brief pause. Long story short. No, let's do the long story. My friend is opening a fried chicken establishment, and he's testing his fryer and subsequently his fried chicken recipe, and he brought me a large, unsolicited quantity of fried chicken, which I just ate, despite the fact that I have very much just had lunch. Okay. This is the sort of boss fight I'm prepared to fight. A very slow, weirdly archaic thing. Okay, the fire does hurt me. But can... Alright. I ain't got a lot of health. Oh no, I got loads of health. I picked up health. The only trouble with this attack is you can move or you can not move. If you move a lot. Right. Are we thinking that winch will take damage? Yeah. Alright, fair play. It's a two-part of that fight. And I've failed both parts. I genuinely thought it was going to respawn me on the moving platform. And there was a 50-50 chance it might just flat out kill me. Oh yeah, that's right. You die if you fall down there. Ah, game over. So after all that... and it just starts you over. Not even a hint at a continue. Alright. So, step 2. Oh shit, I hit the wrong button. No, step 2 was look up some cheats that makes the game easier. The mask. Cheats. I'm assuming there's only ever been one The Mask game. Alright. Here we go. Game Facts. Never forget how good of a site Game Facts was. Alright. You must input this code at the options screen, and you must do it on the first try. If you fail, turn the SNES off and retry again. Alright. Alright, this could be quite difficult actually. Just getting to the options screen is a bit of a task. I managed it. Right. Alright. I'm ready. Right. A, B, X, Y, L, R, L, A, B. Boom. Note what has appeared. Controller options, player options, music and sound, cheat options. What the fuck is the difference between controller and player options? I'll go back to that. So that... Wait, use the up down arrows to select the item, then press start. Infinite lives on, infinite health on, making that one pointless. Infinite morph. Yep. Level selector. Yep. Okay. Good. Now what are these? Controller options. Use select to change button. Jump, mallet, tornado, run, sneak, and zip. I didn't even know those were a thing. I'll leave that. And player options. Starting like, oh. Huh. Skill level. I love how needlessly ambiguous this is. Skill level. Does that mean my skill level? So if my skill level is hard, does that make the game then more difficult? If my skill level is... It doesn't really make sense. Normal makes sense, but it should be high and low. Well, I'll leave it on normal as I'm now invincible. Yep, I am invincible. Right. Also, how bare bones of a menu is that? So we should now have level select. Somehow. Oh yeah, there we are. Right, so there's that level, which is another building. There's the park. There's a different building. A sewer, apparently, and the club. Also, the one on the top left is intriguing me. But let's go straight to the club. Fighting the big boss and all that. Now, I should be invincible in every way, so there shouldn't be much of a level. Right, so... Oh, shit. That's how you sneak. I bet those enemies that like the guy in the bed and that, they don't attack you if you sneak. And... I can zip! My god. That's... 1, 2, 3, 4 different modes of movement. That's... Frankly, it's too many. Yeah, see, now I'm actually the mask. I'm invincible, and I can do all his fun attacks as much as I want. Frankly, the game should have been this all along. Should have been more akin to a WarioWare. Oh, sorry, not WarioWare. Literally any other Wario. A Wario Land game where the enemies don't really hurt you so much. It's more sort of puzzle based and different effects. Can I go in there? I can. What? Can you see what I'm bouncing on? Because I sure as hell can't. Oh, it's the trees. Oh, no, sorry. It's the trees and the stars. Or some of the stars. This game is really weird. Zip with me. This strongly reminds me of in multiple Sonic games. There'd be bits in like casino levels where you could suddenly, just go into like I want to say a pachinko machine, or just sort of standard pinball. All right, can I leave? All right, this is where I came in at though, isn't it? Or is it? Yeah, fuck you. Ooh, elevator. Is that Simon Phoenix from Demolition Man? It looks like it. I mean, he's dead now. This level seems a lot harder than the last ones, in as much as there's clearly multiple different routes to go. Alright, let's go in that back door. Nah. You remember all the monkeys in the mask that would throw coconuts? I'm pretty sure they're apes actually, but it's the sentiment is there. I kind of just want to get to the boss fight just to see how ludicrous it is. Is that a good guy with a gun? I really respect the stance he's taking, the way he's holding it. There's just something very, very funny about that. Yeah, screw you all into a corner. I often find it's a really good testament in a video game whether or not it continues to be fun if you turn on cheats of this nature. For example, GTA continues to be fun. Is this an enemy? Actually, I genuinely don't know if this is an enemy or not. I think it's just a guy. Oh. Well, I don't think that clock woke up as an enemy while I was sneaking, but... It's Cameron Diaz! I must save her. That's my new goal for the video now, is to save Cameron Diaz. I've eaten an enormous quantity of, of fried chicken, so I should be ready. Yeah, so my friend's opening a fried chicken restaurant. And he's a really good cook. And he doesn't mess around. Like he's not going for like some bottom line cheap place. He's using like the best cuts of chicken essentially. I had a bit of fried chicken, probably about the size of my fist, right? Which normally in fried chicken terms doesn't mean that much meat. It was like almost all meat. I was so confused. It was so good. I was eating. I was like, it just keeps going. It's all fucking meat. I didn't know chickens got this big. I don't really see much of a way around this. I'm not deliberately getting hit in any way. There we go. Yeah, how do you like it? Come down to my level. Thing is, like, if you duck, they still hit you. So there's... Alright, hang on. Alright. So, hang on. You can go this far, about the line of that building, and then if you go under here, that's like a TARDIS. That area doesn't make physical sense. Right, we must save our girlfriend. It was good fried chicken. It was just so tender. That's the only way I could describe it. The whole time I was eating, every few bites I would just go, so tender. As it was. I look forward to the grand opening. God only knows what else he'll do. Fuck you. My fried chicken knowledge is limited. I like KFC. KFC's good, right? Nothing against it. But beyond that, I think all else I've really had is essentially knockoff KFC. I've not had like, if I talk about it in pizza terms, is there somewhere to go up here? Is this just a dead end? Right, well, I can't leave. Is this the boss for the whole game? This hard to hit monkey. Right, does that gain me anything? Ah, there we are. There's a slight thing to break. Yeah, in pizza terms, I would say like, you know, I've had Domino's, I've had Papa John's, I've had Pizza Hut, but equally I've also had pizza in like, you know, nice pizzerias, other high-end pizza establishments. So I've had the gamut. I've made my own. Whereas KFC, like, I'm even calling it KFC. Fried chicken. I'm something of a not a virgin, but let's say vanilla in the terms. I've dabbled, but I've never experimented. Let's say, to keep up some weirdly unpleasant analogies. It's not that I live a sheltered life, it's just that food options around me are limited. This is incredibly hard platforming right now. Mostly because... Oh yeah, I've just realised why. It's because if you hold the sprint button, it affects you even like if you hold it in the air. Which makes no sense, but to be fair, it is the mask. So in fact, if you hold both buttons, you just... you go miles. Yeah. Take this, Simon Phoenix, the bad guy that Wesley Snipes played in Demolition Man. I feel that's clear. But a slight crack in the floor. And behold. Oh. I thought it... Here we go. It's the big boss. The big boss, which is you wearing the mask. Look, it's Cameron Diaz. She was basically this attractive in the film. Alright. Use my mask-based powers to defeat him. It should be easy, as I am entirely invincible. Mad respect to the cheat menu in this as well, and actually, fair play to the to the other menu. Like the difficulty changes it offered seemed pretty good. I just did something that changed the music in it, didn't I? Right. He's got a lot of health. This would be a really hard fight if I wasn't entirely immortal. It's a great cheat menu. A lot of options. He doesn't seem to like be attacking me in any way. He just kind of puts his hand up as though he's using the force. He's got a tremendous amount of health. It makes me think I'm supposed to be doing something other than hitting him, but I'm getting the pals. He's probably just got a lot of health. They normally do. Actually, he looks a bit like a scroll, like the super scroll. I thought him doing that payback was meant to mean something, but I'm not sure anymore. I'll just keep doing this until something happens. Maybe there's a weird thing where when I use the cheats, it doesn't make you invincible. It makes the mask invincible, and the game has a tremendous logic system built in, and anything wearing a mask becomes invincible. I mean, the POW's coming up. That's what's making me think that I'm doing something, but they wouldn't give an end villain this much health, would they? It seems way too much, like the amount of fried chicken I just ate. Do I have to just punch him? Oh yeah, I'll do this like... this is like in Justice League, in the Season 3 finale of Justice League Unlimited. Or possibly Season 2, I forget. When the Flash beats Lex Luthor, this is how he does it. What if I get on stage? Will that help? Maybe the end of the game, you can't win. Or maybe it's really clever, and what actually happens is you're supposed to just fight him until you lose. Then Stanley takes the mask off, and that's how he wins. Thematically, that would be really clever. I just realised there's actually two different musicians here. One's trumpet, one's sax. What if I sneak? Maybe he can't see me. He does seem to have evaporated. Oh, there he is. Alright, he didn't attack there. It was like an area of effect. Maybe I'm just supposed to untie her and leave. Just get your girl and cheese it. I kind of like the concept that I'm supposed to get him out of the club, and maybe that's the key, but... How does he die in the film? I can't remember. I'm partway convinced that like he's invincible at this point. I'm gonna give up, as he seems to be invincible. So that was The Mask video game. Some interesting concepts in there. I quite like some elements of it. I dislike the general difficulty of the not the difficulty, but the harshness of the game. Very bare bones interface and presentation as well. And the arbitrary money system you seem to collect, not sure what that's all about, but not awful by any means. I've definitely played worse. Gets extra points for the Cameron Diaz there as well. I like that. She's a good one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.